Hey, this is Kenny Moran from Mobile Sessions, and I am back with you today to look at the emerging technologies ANUBIS. And we're going to look at the effects section of the ANUBIS, which is built right in. It has a reverb, and the reverb can kind of swing from various settings of reverb all the way into delay reverb. And it's set up so that you can use it on all of the inputs. Mic 1, mic 2, line 1, line 2. And don't hold me to this, but there may be some revisions where we can see that reverb getting used on some more of the inputs. But it's really awesome, really useful, and we're going to check it out right now. So if we're looking at the front, of the ANUBIS itself, as well as on the computer screen, you can see my microphone input. And what I'm going to do on the ANUBIS to show you how you get there, if you press the logo button, then immediately it'll show you where all the sends are. So I'm just going to tap on the reverb, and you see that it just highlighted in purple. And if I just use the great big dial, you'll start to hear, and it's coming in. So right now, you're hearing the delay and reverb. Okay, so that is the send to the reverb. Obviously, here on the reverb track, I can turn down. Oh, well, that was kind of weird. Why aren't you turning down? I'll tell you why. Because we were not on the right mix. So there we go. So I just went back to the main mix because that's what we're listening to. And I've just turned down the reverb return. You can see it there. And I'll go back to it, and I'll turn that back up a little bit again so you can hear it. As far as on the computer screen, we were seeing the same thing. So if I grab the fader on the computer, you can see it also moving on the screen of the ANUBIS. Very, very straightforward. If I click on the logo, then you see the sends. I click on it one more time, you'll see something that says send 1, send 2, send 3. These can be set up as external sends where we can send that to one of the outputs or to another section. Just basic routing. And I'm going to press the logo one more time, and it'll take us back to the beginning. So I'm going to bring the return down some just so it's easier to hear me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us to the actual reverb. And if you press on it, then you'll see, okay, I can edit the reverb, go to the reverb bus, or expand the link. If you expand the link, it just it shows you the stereo side of things left and right. So I'll take that, I'm going to collapse that link, I'm going to open that up again, I'm going to edit the reverb, and then it'll take you right to the reverb page where when you're looking at it, you can say, oh, everything I want is pretty much right here. I can change the low cut, change the high cut, so we'll do some of that because that can make the sound of, the delay and a little too much there. We can do some really cool effects on there. Where we can get rid of a lot of the low so that the delay isn't interrupting with my voice. We can do it the other way around. We can turn the hi-fi way down, right? We can do it that way and then bring the lows back. So then it starts to sound more like an older delay kind of thing. You can see that the decay is essentially like the generation. Right? So lots that you can do with that. I'm going to turn that way down. Now, here's some of the cool things. The diffusion, in terms of their reverb, it does what diffusion does, but it actually, we can get rid of the delay by turning the diffusion all the way up. So now it's acting just straight as reverb. Whereas if, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. If I turn this back down, then you'll start to hear that I can have it as a straight delay, right? And somewhere in between, there we go. A little bit more. There we are. Pre-delay, let's change some of that. Hey, very nice. Let's add some decay back. And there we go. So you can do lots with it. Now, check this out. This snap function If you click that, are actually built-in presets as well as presets that you can save. So I'm going to press the first one, default reverb, and it says recall default reverb. Yes, and we have our reverb. I'm going to go to small. You heard it change. All of a sudden we have that. I'm going to bring a little bit of the return back. So really simple, really straightforward. And again, this is great just to have, you have a microphone, you want to hear some reverb and some delay or some space around your voice or whatever the input is. And I don't have to worry about having my DAW on to make that happen. I can do it all with inside here, and or I can make it work with my DAW. And we're going to get into that really soon. Check out that next video.